see you've scribbled a little addition to the rundown over here.
Yeah, I meant to have it on there, but actually, it's really funny that I printed it, and then I started editing the document. I was like,
Wait a minute.
I've already printed this. What am I doing?
Maybe someday you'll have the ability to retroactively alter reality.
It's a very Wanda Maximoff thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I got our TikTok chat up. We got stream going. I will share our screen.
But I brought that up as a means to say that I would like to at least mention the Doomsday trailer.
I was going to ask you about it. Yeah. How many of them have you seen?
Let's see. There was the Steve Rogers one.
Yeah, let's save it for the because I want to talk about it for a little bit.
I think at least 3.
Facebook. Because I think there are 4 in total. I don't think I've seen the Thor one yet. Also, we're just doing our Stranger Things discussion will be off of the wiki entry. And we're not doing scene for scene.
No, there's no time. I don't actually want to be here discussing 2 hours of a 5-season show I have seen 2 hours of.
Yeah, you saw exactly the last episode.
Yes.
It's actually really funny.
It's that meme. I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here. All I know is I must kill.
Yeah.
Or must watch other people kill this eldritch horror, I guess.
I'm not even really sure if he qualifies as an eldritch horror. I think he just has brain powers.
I mean, he has weird tentacle arm.
Yeah.
Evil Groot.
Hold on a second. What is this?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Right. Excuse me.
Also, one last bit of pre-show. I was listening to the radio, and there was this saxophone quartet piece called Ex Machina. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
I'm not.
But it was really cool.
Huh. I might have to listen to it. Well, are you ready?
Yep.
Welcome back to Jedi Enclave. I'm Daniel.
I'm Chris.
And this is the Jedi Enclave Presidency. Now, this is Podcasting Podcast, our weekly podcast about Star Wars and Star Wars accessories and other nerdy sci-fi fantasy things that we enjoy.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes rumors, which may be true and may have a kernel of truth, and may be complete bullshit.
Yeah, we got a couple rumors today. We got some Star Wars news. We have a list of things we're looking forward to in 2026. We did our year in retrospective, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
We got a list of things we're looking forward to in 2026, including video games, by the way.
Okay.
I've got movies, TV shows, and video games. And then you and I saw the Stranger Things series finale.
Yeah.
Now, I have watched the entire show. I was a big fan of the first season. You have only seen the 2-hour season, the series finale. You've not seen literally.
Well, last week when I had forgotten to watch the 4 episodes leading up to this,
volume 2, or
you were like, okay, you need to watch the finale and nothing else.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm on board because this will be fun.
Yeah, you missed your chance to enjoy volume 2, which is really funny because after we're done here, I'm gonna have to show you like a video supercut of Derek, who is the best part of the show.
Okay.
And also, have I told you about the mass hysteria that Stranger Things fans have gotten themselves into this week, called Conformity Gate?
Really?
Yes, a part of the Stranger fans community is convinced that they have evidence that tonight this is falsifiable. We'll know tonight whether or not it's true.
Yeah.
That there is a secret 7th episode airing on Netflix that will undo what happened in the finale, and then all of their dreams and fan things will come true.
Are you saying that people were unhappy with the finale?
It seems like they were a little bit. We'll talk about it when we get there. Yeah. We're talking about that as well. Of course, this is a live show, so if you're here and you want to chat and hang out and you want to comment on the things we're saying, please feel free. For example, Dylan says hello there, and then Boomhauer says pre-show ... ooh ... BEF.
I mean, we do a pre-show in that we just kind of
It's just
while
me
you're setting
sharing
everything
the
up.
stream everywhere, and yeah. So if you could like us on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch, Discord, TikTok is a thing we do now, and you know what? We're doing
when they're not banning us for saying,
but they don't.
Fuck.
They never ban us permanently.
Yeah,
they just it's just like
stop it.
Yeah,
stop it.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but go like us on all of these things, and then we're I said Discord already.
Yes.
Before we get started, Wonder Man trailer was I think that came out a few days ago. You sent it to me. I didn't watch it until today.
Looks kind of goofy and fun.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, I saw that first like little teaser that they did, and I was like, I don't know.
This, and I think I was there with you.
Yeah, and it was fine. It wasn't like anything where like I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I have to see this.
Yeah.
After watching the trailer today, my partner and I watched it, and I was like,
that looks fun.
I'm gonna watch that. What's really funny is that they have the Barber of Seville, playing over the trailer, and
which is just great for any. I wonder, is it some quality inherent to the music itself, or is it the association with Bugs Bunny for you?
You know why I like that piece so much, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's that by Rossini.
Yep.
The reason I love that so much is because there is a brilliant performance of it, performed only by vocalists, called the King's Singers. Oh
yeah, those guys.
And it is hilarious. It is so funny. So anyway, featuring Sir Ben Kingsley, who I love, has been in a bunch of other MCU. Well, not a bunch, but he was in Shang-Chi. He was the Mandarin in Iron Man 3, I think.
Yeah.
He's in it, and then I'm now blanking on the main actor's name.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. But the whole thing is very meta. Right, it's about a director who I think is a Werner Herzog analog, who is trying to.
Honestly, they should have just gotten Werner Herzog to play
that would have been really funny.
Just Werner Herzog playing himself.
Yeah, right. But apparently, he's directing a superhero movie, and he wants to combat superhero movie fatigue.
Yes.
And
he accidentally casts a superhero.
Yeah, which they don't. I guess they don't want to cast a superhero, but it's his big secret that he has superpowers. And it looks kind of hilarious. I'm pretty sure that anything with Ben Kingsley in it's gonna make you laugh anyway. So that one D-bag from Spider-Man, the Department of
Damage
Control, whatever it is, he's in the teaser as well. So yeah, there's that. I'm looking forward to that. Another like short little thing, reports are this is from Deadline that Sebastian Stan, not Luke Skywalker, guys. I want to nip that in the bud right now for anyone freaking out about this. It has nothing to do with Star Wars. It does appear though that he is in talks or already casted to be in Matt Reeves' Batman 2. And the I guess the rumor mill spinning about him playing Harvey Dent. So I think that's pretty interesting. I like Sebastian Stan.
I think he'll do a good job. Yeah.
I really just want this movie to happen. I'm just really happy we have news on it.
Yeah, it's been a really long time since the first one.
Yeah, and the first one happened during COVID.
Oh god.
Or like after COVID.
Yeah.
Because it was like COVID really messed with the development of it and everything, and then the writer and director strikes, or writer and actor strikes, and everything. I'm just glad we're not going to see it for a couple of years, I don't think, but they're still casting people, obviously. Right. So, but I'm just glad it's happening, because I tell you what, I really love that version of Batman. I like Robert Pattinson as Batman.
Which is a crazy thing to say, but like
I know.
he's come a very long way
I know.
since Twilight.
Yeah, and you have to divorce yourself from Sparkly Vampire Man, and I'll tell you,
which by all accounts he fucking hated playing that role.
He
was
did.
Just there for the paycheck.
I was literally about to say every time I've watched some interviews,
like there's great YouTube supercuts of just him
didn't
doing interviews, and just he's very obviously doesn't give a shit about any of it.
He did not enjoy it. So,
well, speaking of movies, Avengers Doomsday.
Oh yeah, okay.
And
so
the trailer.
Go off, Queen.
So this trailer starts with narration by the inimitable Sir Patrick Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Has a chessboard and a floating chess piece, and of course a shot of his good real life friend Sir Ian McKellen.
Yes.
The two of them, of course, famously played Professor X and Magneto, respectively, in the old Fox.
The Bryan Singer.
Yeah, the Bryan Singer X-Men movies.
I hate saying his name too, because
yes, he's a terrible human being, but those movies kind of slap.
The first one definitely. I like the first one a lot, and it's funny because we were the demographic. Kids our age were the demographic for those movies.
Yep.
And I remember, I think I saw the first one in theaters, and Patrick Stewart's performance in that movie solidified Professor X.
Yeah.
So much so that when they went on to recast with James McAvoy, I was like, what is the point of this?
I think every iteration of Professor X past Patrick Stewart has just been looking at Patrick Stewart and trying to imitate it as best they can.
The same goes for Ian McKellen as Magneto as well. Both of them world-class actors.
Of course. Also a shot of James Marsden as Cyclops doing the I-beams.
Yep.
Of course. This is huge for me personally because I feel about as nerdish about X-Men as it's possible to be. The way you feel about Batman, I feel about the X-Men.
All right.
So
you enjoy it quite a bit.
My ass is firmly in the seat for this movie. I don't care if the rest of it sucks. Just show me the X-Men.
Patrick Stewart will be there.
Yes.
If you're a nerd and you've been living under a rock, with the release of Avatar, the one with fire or whatever.
Fire and Ash,
yes.
I think.
I think in an attempt to get people in to see it. By the way, not that movie's doing particularly poorly. It's made $1 billion already. That is what it is.
How much did it cost to make?
$400 million.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's it's made its money back at least when you factor in marketing and stuff. But they front loaded all of them with 4 different versions of little teasers from Avengers Doomsday. So like we mentioned, there's a Steve Rogers one with a little baby. He's got a little baby.
There's a Thor one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Where he has the little child that he rescued from the
girl.
Yeah, the girl.
Right.
And he's like praying to his father, the god, to like let me just come home and see her again, which raises major death flags for me. I'm very concerned about him.
Yeah.
There's the X-Men one.
Yeah. And then what was the other one? Oh, there's one. It's one with a Fantastic Four and something else.
Okay.
But the Fantastic Four is in it. And the thing. So I am very, very confused about this movie.
Yes.
Because I don't know how they have so many people in it, like so many main characters.
Well, a year, maybe it was 2 ago, they had that YouTube reveal of the cast.
All the chairs?
Scroll down all the chairs for like 2 minutes and finally Robert Downey Jr. is there like, surprise! You thought you seen the last of me.
It's funny how the confusion about this whole project started with them unveiling Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yeah, it's like,
where you're just like,
can you do that?
That is, is that legal? I will make it legal. So anyway, at the very least, this movie, this is not going to be the kind of movie where people don't watch it. Everyone's going to see this movie. It's going to make a ton of money.
That is by design.
Yeah. Whether or not it's bad or good, we won't know until we actually see it, but this movie will make tons of money.
I get the distinct feeling Disney is trying to recapture the lightning in a bottle from Endgame.
Yes.
By just mashing all their toys together and hoping it's something that people like.
Yeah. If they wanted to recreate some of this, so what a lot of people don't realize is that or at least I don't know if people realize it or not, but there is a certain part of that formula that I think people underestimate, which is that Endgame is so amazing because Infinity War came before it,
Mhm.
and the reason it was all set up so well, other than the fact that they did all these solo movies before, and it was
They had like a
20,
decade
yeah,
of build up.
was that the good guys lost
Mhm.
at the end of Infinity War, and then the movie ends, right?
And you just had to live with that for
Yes.
what, 9 months or something?
Or whenever, yeah, and they're right, and the Captain Marvel was between
Mhm.
between those two films.
But that was like way
It was in the
past of
90s,
the
right, yeah. So, you know,
I always forget the first time we ever saw Carol Danvers in the MCU was the post credits of Infinity War, where she
no, she's in the post credits. No, she's not. She's in the post credits of Captain Marvel, but we learn about Carol Danvers as a character in the MCU when Sam Jackson has the pager.
yeah, he pulls out the pager.
Yeah, but we don't see Carol. He just drops the pager and it has her little insignia on it. And then, which everyone was like, you know, I'm not a huge like Marvel super comic fan, but I love Captain Marvel. Where I was like, I know that, I get that reference.
You were Leo pointing
yeah,
at the screen.
yeah. And then we go out and see Captain Marvel, and like learning about the character in that film was a lot of fun. And then the post credit scene was like Bruce Banner and Natasha trying to figure out what the fuck the pager was.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And they're like scanning it and stuff, and they're like, "What the hell?"
And then she just shows up.
She's like right behind him.
Where the fuck is
Yeah,
Nick
she's like,
Fury?
"Where's Nick
What's
Fury?"
going
Yeah.
on?
Like, Natasha's,
Half of my friends are dust.
Yeah.
What is this shit?
I leave Earth for 10 years, and look what happened. All right, so let's talk a little bit about Star Wars.
Okay.
So it looks like Lucasfilm. I should point out this comes from a fairly dubious source. There are a couple of things on our rundown today that come from like inside scoopers, and one of them has an accuracy rating that's just like his accuracy rate is like just below chance,
Okay.
which means that he
doesn't have actual sources.
right. So
Either that or his sources really dislike him
Right,
and want to make
exactly,
him look like
yeah.
an idiot.
So it turns out Lucasfilm, this one kind of makes sense a little bit, though. Lucasfilm is scaling back on the Mandoverse, and it looks like they're kind of waiting to see how Ahsoka Season 2...
as well as Mando and Grogu.
Right. To see kind of how they're going to go. I think that...
I can believe this,
Yeah.
especially in light of something else on our rundown a little bit later.
Yeah. I think the thing that so we know that they are shifting away from Star Wars streaming shows, and I think that's what this is, where they're like, okay, Ahsoka Season 2 will probably be like the last, or we're gonna
take a step back. We're gonna reevaluate
and probably do more films, like more, yeah. Especially now that we're recovering a little bit more from the effects of COVID on going to the movies in general, because after COVID, like. The movie theater industry, like the cinema industry,
did not do well.
And it hasn't really rebounded all the way yet either. Like it's still not doing great. So they're trying to figure out how to create Star Wars products that will make the most money. So that's probably what this is. And it probably doesn't have anything to do with whether or not people are displeased with Mando, because like by the by, my partner and I just finished watching all of Mandalorian seasons 1 through 3 and Book of Boba Fett, and I'm not a huge fan of season 3. It's fine,
yeah,
but like the first 2 seasons are fire. Like they're so good, and you know what? Book of Boba Fett's good too if you just take out the Mandalorian stuff in the middle. You could remove Mandalorian and Grogu entirely from the story, and it doesn't change anything. Right? It's still Boba Fett on a Rancor.
Yep.
And why? Because fuck you, that's why, right?
The show probably ends up having more narrative cohesion if you do get rid of those parts.
Yeah, right. And you don't spend 2 episodes, and don't get me wrong, I love to see Luke Skywalker show up wherever.
Even if it's weird AI.
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker.
Well, he looks a lot better in Book of Boba Fett than he does at the end of season 2. Like that face capture for Book of Boba Fett is crazy. It is really, really good, like compared to Mando season 2. So anyway, that's probably what they're gonna do. Bryce Dallas Howard was talking to people a little bit. She's directing some of Ahsoka season 2. And
She said all the nice things you
yeah.
do when you're doing Hollywood press because you want to get hired for more stuff.
Yes. However, she said this, which she didn't have to say, said that directing in the series was the most fun I've had in my adult life.
Okay.
I get saying cordial things because you want to, you want to be employable later.
Yeah.
But when you say stuff like that, I think she probably did have a ton of fun on it. She did also. She worked on Mandalorian as well, and I in season 2, I really liked the episode that she did. She did a little homage to Apollo 13 in it, which was kind of fun.
Which episode did she do?
She did the one where he meets Sasha Banks and Bo-Katan for the first time on the water world.
Yeah.
And then the monster tries to eat Grogu.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's coming up. Now, the reason we're bringing that up is because there has been a little bit of confusion about Ahsoka Season 2. And the reason is because I can't remember if it was a quarterly earnings call or some kind of like sizzle reel, like 2026 sizzle reel.
I think it was an earnings call where they suggested that Ahsoka was not going to come out this year.
Yeah, they didn't suggest that it wasn't going to come out so much as they just didn't mention it.
Yes.
Which a lot of people were like, but it's supposed to be coming out in 2026. Now, it appears that 2026 is looking more likely. And the reason is because the coming soon in 2026 carousel on Disney Plus includes Ahsoka Season 2.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they pull it, and everyone will notice.
Yes.
I think it's a pretty safe bet that Ahsoka Season 2 will be coming.
I think they want it to come out in 2026, and it's not a guarantee because anything could happen in post-production, right. But I think they're going to try.
Yeah. It would be great because we're rewatching Ahsoka right now. In fact, today we just finished the episode before you got here of the excellent duel between Baylan and Ahsoka on Cetos.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Ray Stevens is, he's not playing the role anymore, which is really sad. But like it was so cool to see lightsaber dueling in Star Wars again, because they seem to have a little bit of an aversion to it there for a while, where they're like, we're going to do Star Wars, but it's everything but the Jedi. Unless it's like one of the main films, It really is like pretty metal. That man, he does a move where he does a jump spin, but he's so big that when he lands it like knocks Ahsoka over, and she's like, oh fuck. It's so good.
He has the build of a refrigerator.
Yeah, he really is. So, okay, let's talk about the big thing everyone's talking about right now. And this is one of those things. I will preface this by saying that, like, the Mike Zeros and the Star Wars theories of the world have been peddling this lie for the last 8 years that Kathleen Kennedy is getting fired any day now, right? And for the past 8 years, every time they've said it, they've been wrong, right? Now, why were they wrong? It's because they were making it up. It's not like they had a source that was telling them, like a trusted Disney source. It was like, Kathleen Kennedy's getting the boot.
Just any day now, her head's going to be on a pike outside of Disney World.
They were knowingly lying to their audience to get clicks, right? Now, we've said over and over again that one of these days, Kathleen Kennedy is going to retire.
Yes, because she's what, 72?
She's 72 years old, and when she does, the Mike Zeros and the Star Wars theories of the world
are going to immediately declare victory and say, we were right, she's been ousted from Disney, let's celebrate now that Star Wars is back in the hands of men. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. It is looking likely that Kathleen Kennedy is going to retire this year. And she's 72 years old. She is well past the retirement age. I can't imagine that she would want to be in charge of Lucasfilm for the rest of her life. I mean, at some point, I think I would just be like, I just want to sleep now. I just want to rest. Please leave me alone.
I love Star Wars and all, but enough's enough.
I've not seen my family in 14 years, which is, or however long she's been at Lucasfilm. So this is not officially confirmed yet by Lucasfilm or by Disney. I think the reporting came from a medium level credibility source,
who did lay out that the succession plan is Dave Filoni taking over the creative sides of the
Yes.
job,
Yep.
and
Yep.
then I forget who the other person was.
It is
But they would have a separate money.
Lywin Brennan.
Yes.
And okay, and
Who's
this
currently like the president of Lucasfilm or something like that.
she's in charge. Well, no, Kathleen Kennedy's the president of Lucasfilm. She's the head of some financial bit of it.
So she would be doing the money stuff.
So this is why this is kind of believable to me, because if you told me, like, if you're like, what was the condition do you think you could get Dave Filoni to run Lucasfilm? My answer would be if he didn't have to do any of the business stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And that's why this is reading a little credible to me.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense. And it kind of seems like the co-president thing would be an honorific, because he's been the chief creative dude for like the last year anyway. And having this co-president thing where he does the creative stuff, and this other woman does like the business.
He doesn't have to worry about the checks or anything.
Right. Yeah. That I could see Dave Filoni doing that. Right.
I agree. This reads as plausible to me, and in retrospect, it makes the story about possibly moving away from the Mandoverse or just scaling back their Star Wars
streaming
plans.
Yeah.
That makes that more plausible to me, because if you're bringing in quote unquote new but not actually new people to run the shop, it makes sense to give them a more open field to say, okay, produce what you want to produce. Don't be bound by the schemes of the quote unquote old regime.
Yeah. I think ultimately, regardless of what you think about Kathleen Kennedy's performance, which by the way,
as executive producers are judged, Kathleen Kennedy was absolutely a success. She made way more money than she lost.
Also, Kathleen Kennedy is the second most successful producer on planet Earth, only to be beaten by Walt Disney.
Yeah.
So take that as you will. She produced Jurassic Park, Schindler's List, E.T., like all the shit that you saw in your childhood. Kathleen Kennedy produced it, right? Mm-hmm. So, and people who watch the podcast for a while know that we don't really have patience for people who were just frothing at the mouth about Kathleen Kennedy. It's whatever. That being said, regardless of what you feel about her performance, if you think she's done a bang up great job, or if you think the opposite or somewhere in between, change like this is good for something like Lucasfilm. Mm-hmm. I think she's been the president for 14 years at this point, because let's see, Lucas sold Star Wars in 2010, I think, or 2011,
something like that.
Yeah. And his condition, by the way, everyone loves to have they're like, oh, Dave Filoni is going to come in and save everything, and he and Kathleen Kennedy hate each other, and George Lucas hates Kathleen Kennedy, when Kathleen Kennedy and George Lucas have been close friends forever. Since Star Wars Episode 4, actually, when she was an assistant, and would not sell Star Wars unless she was going to be the president of Lucasfilm, right? So regardless of what you think about that, having new blood after 14 years is good, I think, for the franchise, and I think people more or less kind of trust Dave Filoni, and the stuff that he's created has been really good. And it looks like, if this is to be believed, the person they have running the business side of it is very competent and is a good business person,
experienced in the organization.
Yeah. So that's good news for everyone, for everyone who loves Star Wars. So
it's also good news for Kathleen Kennedy, who can finally retire and go home and spend more time with her girlfriend, Brie Larson.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they are allegedly lovers,
as we all know.
Yeah, according to Mike Zero. Also, I wonder, after she retires, if that's when she just starts talking shit about everyone online.
God, I hope so.
Where she just starts calling Star Wars, because she's right now, she's very mature, and she doesn't really speak out against people a whole bunch, and she doesn't, she's kind of a cool-headed woman, and it'd be the funniest shit in the world if she'd get on social media and just start taking apart Star Wars fans. I would enjoy that a lot. Another small thing comes from a very dubious source, from a scooper named Daniel RPK, which I looked at his kind of hits and misses, and He gets it right a little less than 50% of the time,
Okay.
which is a rate just a little worse than chance, which is bad.
Yeah.
That's very bad.
Mm-hmm.
If your reporting is about as accurate as a coin flip, your reporting is useless.
Yes.
But the reason I'm bringing this up is because it does seem to interface with something someone else said when Andor Season 2 was coming out, which is basically that Star Wars has a horror project that's incoming. And the reason that this reads as more credible to me is because when they were releasing Andor Season 2, Tony Gilroy accidentally said in an interview, he's like, oh, they're working on like a horror thing. And everyone was like, excuse me? We did not know that. And he's like, oh, shit.
Can you just delete that from the interview?
Disney will take all my family to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour.
So we haven't used that phrase in a while.
Well, we have to now a little bit more because TikTok.
Oh, yeah,
TikTok could get really mad
yeah.
if we say the
the
one word. All right, now let's move on. Boomhauer says, "Oh God, please let her embrace the dark side even just a little bit of time." Oh, you mean Kathleen Kennedy?
I hope Kathleen Kennedy just retires and then starts doing the podcast rounds.
That'd be really fun.
Goes on like random people are asking her, so who do you really fucking hate in Hollywood? And she's like, that guy's a dick, that guy's a dick.
The first thing she would say is Star Wars Theory or Mike Zero. Those guys, I hate them. Or she just becomes a Twitter troll. I would enjoy that too.
Take her Mark Hamill turn.
Yes. Oh, he gets spicy online. I really enjoy it. I love how people, like, there are certain parts of the fandom that will idolize Mark Hamill until they find, and they're like, oh, he hated the direction.
Until they look at his Twitter feed?
Yeah. They're like, oh, he hated the direction of The Last Jedi, and they should have listened to him, and blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, you're very liberal.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What am I, with my brain? What do I do?
Because what are you going to do? You can't argue with Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. All right, so I think on our last episode we kind of did a retrospective look back, all the stuff that we saw in 2025, and kind of like some of them, what we thought.
You know
about
what?
Them
That's all old shit. We don't care about it.
It's the new year.
It's the new year. Let's look forward.
I'm so sorry. That was so last year. I beg your forgiveness for that very terrible joke. We have a list of things coming up in 2026 that we are going to see. We're going to start off with the Star Wars things. We'll say probably a couple words about each, and then we'll get on to Stranger Things. But first on my list, The Mandalorian and Grogu, which will be happening in May. I think May 17th is when someone fact check me in the chat on that. It's sometime in May.
Yeah, I am confused about this movie and its role in the greater storyline.
Me too.
Like eventually it was supposed to wrap up all the streaming shows, and now it's not because Ahsoka season 2 is happening after it.
Right. I think originally, if I had to guess, Thrawn was going to end up being the big bad of Mandalorian and Grogu, but then I think people kind of realized that Ahsoka did pretty well.
Yeah.
And so they had to, in Hollywood, the adage is if it does well, make another one.
Yep.
So they're like, well, we need something for Ahsoka season 2, so maybe we save Thrawn for that. And then I'm not really sure. It looks like I looked at the cast the other day, and especially since I just saw this, just rewatched all of The Mandalorian. There's a scene in season 3 where Moff Gideon talks to the Shadow Council, and all the holograms, which is really fun because it's our first live action look at Palian, who is Thrawn's devotee. And I love Palian being like, you all need to stop fucking around and prepare for Thrawn's return. That is your only concern right now. I don't know all these plans you guys have about clones and all this. Like, Thrawn is coming back, bitches, and you need to be ready for him. And Moff Gideon's like, I'm going to be the next Thrawn. And Palian's like, okay.
No, you're not.
So anyway, in that Shadow Council thing, there is a guy. Well, Brendel Hux is there, by the way, who is General Hux's father, played by Domhnall Gleeson's brother, which I thought was really cool. There's just another random Imperial guy in this meeting who is on the cast list for Mandalorian Grogu. I suspect he is the Imperial warlord that they're going after in the movie.
Could very well be.
Yeah, and it's probably just Mando chasing after Imperial warlords.
I could. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I can't see the last scene just being Thrawn's arrival, because that sets up a hell of a blue balls for a movie that was supposed to be
Well,
wrapping up some
we've
stories.
got Thrawn's arrival already. He arrived at the end of Ahsoka.
I mean, like the movie happens slightly before that, and then the timelines converge at that moment.
Oh, like he starts like attacking targets instead,
Yeah.
or like yeah, yeah. I'm not really sure what they're gonna do. I remember we've seen like a small teaser trailer for it.
Mhm.
I imagine so. We must have like a full trailer coming out soon.
Maybe.
Maybe at the Super Bowl. I think the Super Bowl's in February, right?
Yep.
So
That would make sense.
yeah, which I maybe also will see an Avengers Doomsday trailer. Then that'd be kind of cool. So anyway, yeah, we're gonna
Moving
go see it. First Star Wars theatrical release since Rise of Skywalker, I think.
Oh god.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ahsoka season 2 is apparently coming in 2026. We have no idea when.
Probably December or November.
Yeah, if they don't push it into 2027,
Mhm.
which will make it spot on this list, not make any sense, but we won't know that until then. So I am.
Yeah. Season 1 was good. I'm excited
Mhm.
for more.
Yeah, it's we know that Hayden Christensen's a part of it.
Mhm.
I love Grand Admiral Thrawn, and I hope that they make him a worthy villain. And I will say the thing that I've been saying to John as we've been rewatching this. It is really unbelievable to me, but the one of my biggest problems in Ahsoka season 1 is that in the first episode, 2 lightsaber wielding baddies board a New Republic ship, send the entire crew to the Backstreet Boys reunion tour,
Mhm.
and there is surveillance footage of it, and no one goes, somebody needs to call Luke Skywalker. Instead, they called Ahsoka for some reason.
Hmm.
And
This might, or they might have decided that this is the point in time where Luke is just off doing his Jedi archaeologist routine. And
well, that's the thing though, is that Ahsoka meets up with him on the planet where he's making his temple with Grogu
Yeah.
at some point, and that's got to be around the same time. So I'm not really sure,
Yeah.
but like either guy, I don't know, Dave Filoni, if you're watching this, we know you're a big fan of the show, obviously. When you become co-president, just recast Luke Skywalker, please, so we can put him in, like, we can have that character and stuff. So I would really love to see him kind of in Star Wars again. We know that Hayden Christensen is going to reprise his role as Anakin as well. Thrawn's going to be in it. It's going to be a blast, I bet.
Yep.
At least I hope. Maul Shadow Lord is an upcoming Star Wars animated thing that they're doing. We don't know much about it, other than it has Maul and it's animated.
Okay.
Star Wars Visions presents The Ninth Jedi, which is, I think, a feature film length.
Ooh.
Yeah, story that is. So they did. Let's see. They did Star Wars Vision season 1. They did
was
the
Ninth Jedi.
the-
Season 3, they had the
the sequel.
continuation.
Yeah, and then they're doing like a feature film length, like animated film on it
Neat.
on that. So I think that would be really fun too. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Oh yes,
It's
this
starting
is in like 2 weeks.
in like a week and a half, and I am counting down the motherfucking minutes because I am so excited for this show. We will be covering it on our live show. I am thrilled. House of the Dragon season 3 this summer, also something I'm nearly pissing my pants over.
Mhm.
So we will also be covering that.
It's been a while,
I know.
and all we had was like everyone walking for 2 minutes at the very end while some dramatic music plays.
Yeah, everyone in that entire season, it's like the war is coming, and finally you get to where the war, and they're like,
and we'll see you next season.
we're going to the war now.
We'll see you in 2 years.
Yeah. I feel like we did a rewatch of this fairly recently, like in the last several months,
Mhm.
and I always forget. God, this universe I don't know. It just speaks to me on a certain level, and I love it so much, and I'm excited for a third season. Project Hail Mary will be in theaters in March,
Okay.
I think. You and I will be going to see that. It's based on my favorite sci-fi fantasy or sci-fi book ever, called Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, the same author that did The Martian.
Mhm.
And we'll be, we'll be talking about that when it comes out. Spider-Man Brand New Day, which will be the next and probably last Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, which has Sadie Sink in it, who is the redheaded girl from Stranger Things.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
Avengers Doomsday is happening in December.
Yes.
And we've already talked about that quite a lot. Looks like it's going to be like it's bad, good. I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing we'll be able to say for sure about it is it's going to be insane.
It's a movie that will exist.
Yeah. Daredevil season 2 will be happening, and
In
after
March. Yep.
I can't remember, but March sounds correct.
Yeah, because that Invincible season 4 and The Boys season
Oh.
5 are all happening at like the end of March into April.
I don't think Invincible's on my list, but
Well, it is now.
yeah, no, that's definitely something that's going to be a lot of fun. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man season 2,
Yes.
which is great because I really enjoyed the first season. I thought that was a lot of fun. Chris Nolan's movie The Odyssey is something we will likely see. Hopefully, it's a little more comprehensible than Tenet.
I think anything is more comprehensible than Tenet.
Supergirl.
Oh, yeah.
James Gunn's Supergirl will be happening this year, and
There are a lot of fun characters in James Gunn's Superman.
yes,
I think for like the 5 seconds we see Supergirl, she is definitely one of the most likable.
Oh yeah, played by Millie Alcock, who is plays the younger Princess Rhaenyra in House of the Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Disclosure Day is a new Steven Spielberg
Ooh.
movie coming up this year that looks like it could be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's the first Steven Spielberg feature in over a decade, or maybe even more. Dune Messiah will be out this year, apparently. So I'm gonna have to go watch Dune Part 2 because I remember Paul Atreides riding a sandworm in the
Yes.
battle, and I was like,
That's the thing.
that's pretty cool. Also, he has a knife fight with the one guy without hair.
Well, I mean, all those guys don't have hair. That's kind of
That's
their
true.
thing.
That's their thing. Oh, Stellan Skarsgård's in
Oh,
that.
yeah.
He's the flat floaty guy.
Yeah, and he probably also hated that role because he had to have all those prosthetics and shit.
Yeah.
Like that would be hours suiting up every morning and
Yeah.
then getting unsuited at night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch that movie again because I actually, now that I remember, because that was like 2 years ago. That has Javier Bardem in it. The guy that kept he like is the one that's convinced Paul Atreides is the chosen one. Yeah, right. I'm gonna go see that movie again because I remember liking it. Clayface from DC Studios is happening. I'm not sure what part of DC this folds into, if it's James Gunn or if it's
Well, Clayface is originally a Batman villain.
yes, and I'm not sure if it's a James Gunn Batman Brave and the Bold thing, or if it's going to be Matt Reeves Robert Bat
Darker,
Batman.
edgier.
Yeah. Vision Quest apparently is happening, starring Paul Bettany. We haven't heard much about this.
Oh,
I think it's slated for 2026.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully it happens. I think this is also where the Billy Kaplan's arc continues as well from Agatha all along.
Would make sense.
And I think he's eventually going to find Tommy. So that would be pretty cool. The Pit season 2 starts tomorrow. You and I have been watching a couple of episodes from that. It's way different. We don't cover it on the show because it's way different than like what we usually talk about.
It is science fact rather than science fiction.
It is by far the most accurate medical drama that's ever existed, and it's a lot of fun starring Noah Wyle, who's an amazing actor. In fact, you just saw the episode from season 1 where he has this mental breakdown and just chews the shit out of it. He's so good, and a great cast otherwise too. Wonder Man, we talked about the trailer. And remind me, when is that coming out?
I want to say summer.
Okay.
I mean, it's a Marvel movie. They all come out in the
I'm
summer.
sold now that I've seen this trailer.
Right.
I'm kind of looking forward to it.
That's right. It's a show. Yeah. Anyway.
Is it, or is it a film?
I think it's a show.
Whatever it is, we're gonna see it. The Boys season 5, presumably the final season.
That's my belief. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, and I'm always up for some Boys. That's a good show. Three Body Problem will have its second season. I think that's an Apple original.
That sounds about right.
Based on the
It's a novel, isn't it?
yeah, but someone in the chat remind me who wrote Three Body Problem. It's a Chinese author, I think. Hold on, I'm gonna sing a song real quick. Lu
Lu
Chi-Chin?
Chichin?
Si-Chin? I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway,
that person.
yes.
If you've not seen the first season of Three Body Problem, it's pretty good. Like I liked it. Silo season 3 is supposed to be happening this year.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look into this and get a date because you and I made a mistake not covering this show when it was happening in season 2 because it was really really popular.
Okay.
It's another Apple thing. It's actually like it's got some DNA from like Severance,
Okay.
and is a lot of fun. So in Dune, Paul Atreides' mother
Yes.
plays the main character in the show, and she's really really good.
Cool.
The Bear season 5 is happening.
Oh, yes.
Lanterns, which is another show in the DC continuity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, or a movie, I can't remember. And then Spider Noir, starring Nicolas Cage, is going to be happening, which I'm also looking forward
I am
to.
intrigued.
Video games on our list: Star Wars Galactic Racer,
Yes.
which who knows how long I'll play it, but
Because I'll say it, episode 1 Pod Racer goes pretty hard.
yeah. In fact, I think I've streamed it on our channel before, and it is actually a lot of fun. 007 First Light, despite being delayed, is happening still this year, I think.
The origin story of the very first James Bond.
Yes. The Expanse Osiris Reborn, which is a sci-fi space RPG in the Expanse universe, could possibly happen in 2026. Not exactly sure yet. Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown, which is a how do you even
roguelike?
Well, it's
Am I
like
remember that right?
or what's the one FT like kind of like FTL
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, FTL is a roguelike, so yeah.
GTA 6 will be happening.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
If it doesn't get delayed a million times.
Yeah, which is that's a game I'll probably stream just because it's and by the way, we're going to I'm going to start I'm not sure what series I'm going to call it. But it's going to be non-Star Wars games that have excellent stories. Because I got a PS5 for Christmas, and I got the platinum trophy on God of War, and I will start playing on stream God of War Ragnarok, which has also an amazing story. To go along with that, both of the Ghosts games, Ghost of Tsushima and
Ghost of Sushi, yeah.
And then probably the Spider-Man games. And I feel like there was maybe The Last of Us.
Oh, you should play Expedition 33.
I'll probably look into it. Yeah. Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, which is more or less like Star Wars Skywalker Saga, just Batman.
Just Batman. So it's right up your alley.
Yeah. Marvel's Wolverine, made by the same company that did Spider-Man. That's a PS5 exclusive.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And then Directive 8020, which is made by the same people who did the one horror game. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a choice-based decision tree narrative-driven game that looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
All right. So,
it's time for the thing everyone's mad about.
Whoa says hello. Do you think GTA 6 will actually come out this year?
I mean, it was already delayed once.
I think if they don't, I think if they don't put it out this year, they might burn down the building for the developer.
Rockstar?
Strange Things Right Side Up. That's what we're, yeah. Let me get that up real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So I do think it's going to come out this year. I just think that I love Red Dead Redemption 2. I think the game, the story in both of those games, I've not played the first one, but I know what happens. And I've seen I've seen the game played. I've not played it. I've played Red Dead Redemption 2 so much that next to Star Wars Battlefront 2 is probably my most played game ever.
Because you get to be a cowboy online. Who doesn't want that?
But also has the best, hands down, the best story in video games that it has ever been. Right, hands down. A beautiful story from start to finish that still to this day makes me cry. I can't remember. I've seen some of this, like the story mode of GTA 5. I wasn't like as engaged in it.
Yeah, it's not going to hit you that hard.
Yeah. But I'm still going to play it anyway because presumably this one will have a story mode. Hopefully it's good. And I don't know how much interest I'll have in the online mode, but it's by all accounts, it's going to look amazing. So like the engine that they're using for it is like really good and everything. So, all right, this last week, which by the way, right around now we should be knowing whether or not the whole conformity gate thing is real or not. So if you're sitting at home and another episode of Stranger Things plopped up on Netflix, let us know in the chat. But we already know that it isn't, so don't waste your time.
Very bold of them to pin their hopes to a falsifiable claim like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, they had there was like a date it was going to come out. Yeah, it's like those people who are like, oh,
the Rapture believers.
The Rapture. Yeah, it's coming, and you know what always happens is the day comes and goes, and like,
oh, actually, I'm sorry, we misread the signs. It's going to be in 3 months.
Oh, I did. The math was wrong.
Yeah, I misplaced a decimal point.
I didn't carry the 2. It's next week, guys.
Yeah. Please keep sending me money.
So this is the funny thing about this. I've been a Stranger Things fan from the beginning. After season 1 kind of fell off a little bit. I've seen all the other seasons. I just have. I don't think any of them came close as like how amazing the first season was. As often happens in TV and shows. You have seen only the series finale.
Yes.
You've not seen any of season 5, volume 1 or 2, or any of the seasons before. You've only seen the 2-hour season.
Throughout
series
like
finale.
the last 45 minutes, I kept saying to myself, "Wow, this probably hits a lot harder if you have seen anything other than this episode."
Like, I know the music is swelling and there's a hero pose, but I don't know who the fuck that is. Yeah. Which, by the way, as we go through this, as we're talking about it, if you have any questions, like, by the way, who was that? Ask me and I'll try to answer. Did you also notice that Linda Hamilton is in this show? The original femme fatale from Terminator.
Oh yeah,
she's the older.
She's the one with the axe.
No. That's Joyce Byers. That's Will's mom. No, the military woman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's an amazing actor.
I was like, damn, I didn't think the U.S. Army had female generals in the 80s.
Yeah, she's a badass. Played by the amazing Linda Hamilton, who, if I'm being honest, was completely wasted in this show. She is a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're just gonna be kind of mad about everything. And then by the end of the story, what happens to you will not be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think we leave things at the end of volume 2. They've got this plan, right? Mm-hmm. Because as I explained with props in our last show,
they explained with props several times the plan to go kill Vecna.
Right. So Vecna is trying to merge this one world with Earth and destroy Earth and everything. Mm-hmm. So they've got this plan. They're going to go into some of them are going to go into the Upside Down and go up on the radio tower, and they're going to something's going to happen. Elle's going to be in a tank, and she's going to stop Vecna from pulling the worlds together, and
they're going to go up there and kill the hive mind, which is a giant spider for some reason.
Yeah, I think their plan is to jump from the radio tower once it's close enough into where Vecna is, and they're going to go fight him there. Or whatever.
I love this, by the way, because like there's the one girl that has a bunch of guns. There's
Mike's sister, right?
I have no idea. You tell me.
Nancy Wheeler.
Yeah,
she's got like the shotgun.
She's got an assault rifle.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, that's Nancy. Yep.
So she's got the assault rifle.
Yeah.
There's one dude that has like this homemade flamethrower. And, like, everyone else just has, like, these garbage can shields and these shitty spears.
Yeah.
Like, what is your plan here? Why do you not have more guns?
Yeah. And they're also taking literal children with them.
Yes.
Which, by the way, none of these actors are children anymore. They're very obviously adults, but they're still
they're doing their best.
Yeah. And then I can't remember. There are other people in other places that are going to be helping along with the plan as well. And
so they do a bunch of mind bullshit and get inside Vecna's brain and make him relive the time when he was human, like he got shot in the hand, like crushed a dude's head with a rock and all that, and fuck with his head a whole bunch.
All the children are trapped in his little mind palace or whatever,
and the kids have to run for the cave. And
the first big scare moment I think is Vecna. Spoilers for the series finale.
We're way too late for that.
Vecna tricks Hopper into shooting Elle through the tank.
Yep.
But it ends up not being real.
Yes.
His aim was to trick Hopper into pulling her out of the tank so she would stop attacking him, right? And that works. And then there's this whole thing about how Elle apparently has decided that she needs to die in the Upside Down.
Yeah, I don't know why.
The reason for this is because her blood can be used to make more of her, more psychic or more Henrys,
Okay.
more Vecnas. So her logic is, if I die, they can't use my blood to make more Vecnas or whatever, to fight the communists.
Well, is that her logic, or is that the other girl's logic?
I think the other girl convinces her of that.
Okay.
And then there's that whole thing. So their plan is like immediately thwarted when they realize that like the rift into the other dimension doesn't line up.
Yeah.
And it's like, you could have gone and looked. Like, you could have gone up to the top of that and looked up and like, you know what? That motherfucker's like 20 feet this way. Like, that's not going to work. It's also really funny. They do a little fake out and try to make us believe that Steve's going to die. When they get up there, he goes to fall off and they catch him. And I love how Jonathan, these two have had a rivalry the entire, because they're after the same girl. And Jonathan's the one that saves him. But no one else.
It's not because I like you or anything.
Yeah. But also, no one else helps.
Yeah.
Like, everyone just kind of stands and watches him, like Bruce Wayne on the mountaintop with Ra's al Ghul, like pulling him up with one arm and stuff. So they basically, I guess we don't have a ton of time to talk about this. Basically,
also, why is the military trying to stop them rather than help them?
The military wants to capture Elle.
Okay. Do they realize that if they interfere too much, the world ends?
I don't think. Well, I was about to say I don't think they know Vecna exists, but Vecna did go into the military.
Vecna fucked him up.
Yeah.
In that fraction of an episode you showed me.
I'm not sure you're meant to look into that deeply. There might be a reason for
like
this.
They're just there to be a third faction.
Yeah, if you're like really in like, if you're a Stranger Things super fan and you know about this, tell us what the answer is, because I'm not really sure what that is.
Anyway, they go walking through the desert. Will starts wigging out because he can feel Vecna's rage or something. That they get close to the hive mind, which turns into a spider, and then they say, "Oh, we need to lure it into that crevice so we can all attack it from above and wear down its hit points." And one of the dudes is like, "What the fuck's a hit point?"
Yeah.
And they do, and they beat the hell out of the spider, and then they all.
I really do love their commitment to the D&D thing.
Yeah. Right.
Where like the kids playing D&D are like, that's how they express how they understand the situation. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, we gotta get his hit points down. And which, by the way, spoilers, the Mind Flayer has been behind it all along, and the Mind Flayer and Vecna are this symbiotic. They're dating or something. I don't know what the fuck.
Anyway, everyone attacks Vecna, and he winds up impaled on a spike.
Yeah, Joyce Byers gets the kill shot with this.
First, they free all the kids from the weird mouth tentacles, and then Vecna starts twitching, and Joyce Byers is like, "I'm gonna chop your fucking head off."
She's like, "So Nancy brought an assault rifle. This guy has a shield with nails in it. I brought an axe." And
what do you use to kill a tree?
Yeah.
An axe.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, send a tree to the Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet Boys reunion too, right? I do like her line here though. You mess with the wrong or you fucked with the wrong family or whatever. Just takes his head clean off. Well, actually, not clean off.
It takes like 5 or 6 swings.
No,
that would be excruciatingly painful.
No. What I said was incorrect. It was not. It did not take it clean off. Yeah, it was. It was like that. It was like that scene from Game of Thrones when Robb Stark kills the Karstark guy. Or no, not Robb Stark. Theon Greyjoy kills the one guy. And has to swing like 4 times or something. Yeah. So that happened. I think what everyone's talking about. So they get out of the Upside Down.
They blow it up.
Yeah. Right. They blow the Upside Down up.
But just as they get out, they hit a spike strip.
Yeah.
And the military was there.
Yeah. The military's there, and they've got all the devices there to keep Elle from using her powers. Oh, at some point, her sister too was mortally wounded.
Shot.
Yeah. And she stays behind in the Upside Down as it's going to blow up. And
it's all very sad and
it is.
dramatic.
It's sad and dramatic, and the Upside Down.
She has one last little mind kiss with Mike.
Yeah. She pulls him into her little and
like, hey, they're not going to understand, but you got to make them understand.
Yep.
Also, let's kiss and see ya.
Yeah, bye-bye. Also, I'm breaking up with you.
It's for your own good, trust me.
It's not you, it's me. So the Upside Down, which was revealed to be in this season, an Einstein-Rosen bridge.
It's a wormhole.
It's a wormhole. They've blown it up, and with Elle inside, right? So Elle apparently vanishes or perishes.
She's gone. Then we skip forward a year and a half.
Yeah, and they do this really. This is a part of the show that I really liked, where they do some winding down with characters. We get to see kind of where the new adults are, like Steve and Nancy and Jonathan and all these guys. They've all got their little things that they're doing. Like Jonathan's in film school, and I think Steve has like 4 girlfriends. And
the part of all this that like the part of everything past Vecna dying that really hit me was those 4 just on the roof of the radio station just shooting the shit and then saying, you know what, every summer we're gonna fucking meet up in Philadelphia.
Yeah. And you know what was really funny, we were watching it, I was watching this with my partner, and you're like, you know exactly what's gonna happen is you're gonna get 30, you're gonna turn 30, and you're gonna be like, I'm too tired to do that. I'm staying home.
I mean, it's sweet. It's it's sentimental and romantic to think that there's this group of friends you make when you're young that you just keep hanging out with forever.
Yes, I totally agree. And then the original group, minus Elle, obviously, have their last D&D session together.
Well, first they graduate.
Yeah, right.
And they have this big dramatic speech where Dustin's like, "Fuck authority figures, D&D forever.
Right.
Let's get the fuck out of here."
Right. Which I liked. I thought that was pretty cool too. They have their last D&D session together, and it is really emotional and really sweet.
Yeah.
Because I think the first image you have in this show is these kids playing D&D together.
However, not enough dice rolling.
Yeah,
they do not roll a single die in that entire.
Well, doesn't
sequence.
Will throw something?
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Yeah. It is. We kind of get a glimpse of where they all end up. So Will meets a nice boy in a gay bar in the 90s.
Yeah.
Mike ends up being a Stephen King-ish writer, I think.
The 2 of them get married or something.
Lucas and what's her name? You mean? Yeah. And I can't remember what happens to Dustin.
Dustin goes off to university and learns a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. All right, because he's like super smart. Yeah. So Mike comes to this realization that they had, when they were captured, they had all the devices there that should have stopped Elle from using her powers, yet she was still able to use her powers. And so he starts thinking, and he makes up this story to explain what happened about how her sister, her power was making illusions.
Made everyone think
right
that was Elle over in the Upside Down, but actually she was very far away.
Yeah.
And Mike is like, well, actually she was hiking through, I don't know, Scotland, Scandinavia, something.
Iceland or something.
And finds this quaint little village next to 3 waterfalls.
With 3 waterfalls, and everyone lives happily ever after, and that's the end.
And just as they're going up the stairs, the
new generation
fucking come down the stairs and start playing D&D.
Yeah, and you know what? That got me too, because it's. I feel like that kind of like passing the torch thing was really nice, and that part of the episode I liked. I feel like Stranger Things in general veered into this like weird science fiction thing that they were making up as they went along. It was Palpatine all along. It was kind of like that with the Mind Flayer a little bit, and you can tell that they had some really good ideas for season 1, and then it got so popular that they're like, oh shit, we have to keep doing this. So they just kept building the story out, but they weren't really thinking too far ahead.
They probably were never thinking beyond the current season.
Right. And that kind of comes off a little bit in the last season, where it's like,
shit, we have to tie up all these loose ends.
And I think the viewer is like, why are we doing a wormhole? Can someone remind me what the wormhole thing is about? Because it's not one of those things where it's like, oh, there's a wormhole. It's the Upside Down was a wormhole the entire time, right? Which there were never any hints about that through, because they hadn't thought of that yet, right? The Upside, they didn't really know what the Upside Down was. So the last several minutes of this episode I thought were really great, and I enjoyed it. And there are some standout performances throughout the season 5. dipshit Derek, who ends up being delightful Derek, is probably my favorite part of the entire show. There is a moment where Will gets to be a sorcerer again, and uses powers and everything, and I thought that was really cool. And I like how it ended. I just wish they had been a little bit cleaner with the story in general. You know, that is the nature of Hollywood sometimes, though, when you have a season of something that's like really, really good, and then the studio's like, well, you need to make more of this.
Here's $1 billion, make more.
Yeah, you need to make more of this. And if you're not,
but we only wanted 10 million. You have $1 billion.
Yeah,
fucking make it happen.
Yeah, you are running this into the ground until it stops making us money. And if you're not adapting a source material like House of the Dragon or Game of Thrones or something, a lot of the time you kind of have to make it up as you go along because you don't know if there's going to be a next season, right?
I mean, look at The Acolyte, which has kind of a wet fart of an ending because they expected another season and didn't get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, you know. It's one of those Stranger Things.
Ha ha! And on that note,
all right. I thought Conspiracy Gate was real. I'm so sorry. You were huffing that copium like crazy. Yep. Didn't one of the writers go through a divorce?
Probably.
I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
The military has data from the Hawkins lab.
Okay.
Do you mean? Well,
great.
That's probably to make more Vecnas. Probably.
Let me clarify my question. Why is the military fighting against the people who are trying to avoid the world being destroyed?
I'm not sure that the military knows that is that's what's going to happen, because I don't think they ever tell them, or they just don't believe them. Maybe.
How can they not believe? Like, Vecna fucking shows up and slaughters them.
Yeah, I think that they just maybe they think he's just a monster from the Upside Down, and he went away, so it's not a problem anymore. I'm not really sure, but their priority was to capture L. Like, that's the thing they really cared about. They never disconnected Will from Vecna. I think Joyce Byers disconnected Will from Vecna when she cut his head off.
Yeah,
I think that's
unless that was all an illusion inside his head that Vecna wanted Will to see.
Maybe. Yeah, who knows?
I don't believe that at all, by the way.
Linda Hamilton in the spinoff. Is there going to be a spinoff? I know they're doing an animated series that's happening like between seasons 2 and 3 next year. So, you know, I don't know. I think these poor kids who have been in this show for the last 100 years.
Yeah.
Millie Bobby
Brown
has a child. She's a mother, right?
Oh, shit.
Like these kids grew up, and I think that they just like. I remember the actor that plays Dustin. A few weeks ago, I saw a thing in an interview where he's like, "I'm worried I'm going to be a kid to everyone for the rest of my life because of this project." Yeah. And so I'm excited for them to go on and do new projects now. We know Sadie Sink is going to be in the new Spider-Man movie. Finn Wolfhard has always gotten gigs. We'll definitely see him. I would really love to see him as a young Ben Solo, by the way. I think he'd be great at it. And I know that there have been rumors about the actor that plays Lucas doing Miles Morales, who that could be really good.
Yeah, I'm on board with
that. I know Will, the actor that plays Will, Noah Schnapp, got embroiled in a little bit of a controversy several months ago, where he said some pretty tone-deaf things about Israel and Palestine. And it was absolutely a case of young person says stupid thing and that they didn't understand.
Yeah.
And that part I kind of am like, that's too bad. Like, kids that age say dumb shit and they don't understand what the situation is, or they haven't researched it all the way. So I imagine he'll probably be in something as well. I mean, so anyway, yeah, that shit's over. Mm-hmm. Next week we will be back with another episode. In fact, I think next week we are even doing a Star Wars story time.
Oh,
so
shit.
Until Night of the Seven Kingdoms comes up.
We got 1 week.
Yeah. So join us then. It'll be 7:30
Central Time.
Yeah, Central Time. Thank you so much for joining us in the comments and everything. We love you guys. Make sure you follow us on Facebook Live, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Discord. All the links are in the description, and we'll see you